Is Nikola Jokic the most disrespected MVP of our lifetime? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kamia. If you're new here, this is League Talk. On here, I make videos about the NBA. I give my thoughts, opinions, and break down things analytically. So if you're into that kind of stuff, make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and yeah. Let me jump into this video. So this is a video that I've been meaning to make for a long time. Why? Because I feel like the Nuggets are a very special team. They're a very intriguing team. They are a team, if healthy, I think could be the best team in the league, not just the Western Conference, but in the league, right? When Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. are both healthy, this team is very lethal, right? And you would think that the star of such a team would be plastered all over social media, all over the internet, and would be praised, you know, the world over. But that's not the case, and this is the predicament that Nikola Jokic finds himself in. So today, I want to formally ask the question: is Nikola Jokic the most disrespected MVP ever? To me, it's very obvious that Nikola does not get the respect a player of his stature deserves. As you all know, Nikola won the league MVP last year in 2021, and in that season, he averaged 26.4 points per game, 10.8 rebounds per game, double-double, 8.3 assists per game on 56% field goal shooting and 38% three-point shooting. Now, what really impresses me is that 56% field goal shooting. That is very efficient, even for guards, even for like wings. That's very efficient, right? And that is something that I love about Nikola. That is one of the things that I love about Nikola Jokic, actually. There are a plethora of things that I love about him, and I'm going to get into that later. But yes, he won the league MVP last year, and that was within just being 5 years of being in the league, right? And that is very impressive in and of itself. For example, for comparison, it took LeBron 6 years to win league MVP. He was drafted in 2003, and he didn't win his first MVP until 2009. Michael Jordan, it took him 8 years to win league MVP. He was drafted in 1984, and he didn't win his first MVP until 1992. But as impressive as this is, right, it seems to me that the media and the general public doesn't give the respect or the amount of flowers that Nikola actually deserves. And I say this because despite all of Nikola's accomplishments, of which there are many, it seems that every time I turn on a sports talk show, right, and the question of best big man or best center in the NBA is proposed, it seems to me that the analysts always run to crown either Joel Embiid, Anthony Davis, or Giannis Antetokounmpo as the best big man in the league, or a combination of that, right? It doesn't have to be in that, right? It's a combination of that. But I don't understand it, right? I can understand the argument for Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? I mean, he's a two-time MVP, back-to-back MVP, and a champion, right? So it's very easy to understand that argument, right? And I could even tolerate Joel Embiid and accept Joel Embiid to a certain extent, right? Because he's never won MVP, right? It wouldn't keep me up at night if either Joel Embiid or Giannis were crowned that title, right? But I never understand the Anthony Davis argument. Anthony Davis over Nikola Jokic to me makes absolutely no sense. If you take away LeBron, Anthony Davis has nothing to him, right? He only won the championship because he played with LeBron James. A lot of players tend to do that, right? And I'd even argue that LeBron would have 2 championships in LA if he played with Nikola Jokic. Anthony Davis hasn't accomplished a lot outside of LeBron James, right? He's never won league MVP ever, right? He's only taken the New Orleans Pelicans to the playoffs once. And I understand that Anthony Davis is a tremendous and superb talent, but compared to Nikola Jokic, I don't even think it's close, right? I think it's 2 notches down. Nikola Jokic, outside of LeBron James, and even maybe including LeBron James, might be the best passer in the league right now. Or he's just one of the best passers in league history. And that is not something a lot of players can say. That's not something even point guards, the most esteemed point guards and respected playmakers can say, let alone a big man, a center. Right? And that's very impressive. That's not something that's very rare, right? That speaks volumes to his talent. And again, that is just one of the things I love about Nikola Jokic. He's so entertaining to watch, especially because of his crazy passes, no-look passes, threading the needle passes, and I just never know what I'm gonna get, right? That is one of the things that I love about him, right? But that's just scratching the surface of Nikola as a player, as a tremendous player, right? Because outside of being able to score, assist, and rebound at a very, very high level, Nikola is also very humble. He's one of the most humblest people you'll see. In interviews, he's always giving credit to his team. He's never in any sort of trouble, right? Which makes it even crazier to me that he isn't loved that much more, right? You would think that someone that's humble, that's great, would be loved by the media. I don't see it, right? And then there is his durability. This is one of my favorite aspects of Nikola. Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid are always hurt. Always hurt, right? In 2019, Joel Embiid played a total of 64 games out of 82. And Anthony Davis played in 2019 a total of 56 out of 82 games. And I'm using 2019 because it was the last time that the NBA had a full-blown 82-game season, right? Nikola Jokic, on the other hand, played 80 games and missed 2 that whole season. And that is so impressive to me. That is so valuable and rare to me. That's why I say that he probably would have won more championships with LeBron than AD did with him. Because half the reason of why the Lakers haven't been able to win so much is because AD's barely there. And that boggles my mind because, as I always say on this channel, availability matters. Nobody cares how talented you are if you're not playing. Right? If you're not able to actually produce and be an asset to your team, you become a liability. They're paying you to do nothing. And this is not the case with Nikola Jokic. He checks off both the boxes of talent and availability, right? He's out here carrying his team, right? And I'm using carrying his team because Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. have barely been there the last 2 seasons. He's carrying them to multiple playoff berths, right? And this is something that Anthony Davis was not able to do when he was in New Orleans. He only was able to get them to 1 playoff berth in ever, right? And this is something that Nikola is doing year in, year out. And it just saddens me to think that a player as great, as humble as Nikola Jokic just doesn't get the love that he deserves. I don't know, I don't know if it's because he's in Denver, if it's because he's not American and the American media doesn't love him, or the fact that he doesn't have social media. Regardless, to me, I think he deserves more love than he gets in this league because he is talented beyond talent. The NBA is very lucky to have him. Nuggets are very lucky to have him. Nuggets fan, if you're watching this, you're very lucky to have this man, right? Because you know what it can be like with big men. They're always hurt, right? Their talent is so limited because most big men, they can't shoot threes. They can't shoot free throws. You don't have any of that with Nikola. You get all the talent plus the durability. You can't say that a lot about elite big men, right? And the thing about elite big men is when they get hurt, it takes a long time for them to recover and come back to who they were, right? You see with Anthony Davis, they're more prone to getting injured, right? The reason that is because your body's just bigger, right? You become more prone to injuries, and you don't ever see that with Nikola, right? And so I wanted to make this video as a tribute to Nikola, as a tribute to how great of a player he is, right? And to give him his flowers, right? While he's here. A lot of the times we like to give people their flowers when they're gone or when they're not there. I want to say right now, Nikola, if you're ever watching this video, I really appreciate you in the NBA. I love watching you in the NBA. It's amazing. You're a great player, bro. And I'm sorry that the media treats you this way, right? It's so, it's like and I don't want to sewer LaMelo Ball, but it seems like all the passes to LaMelo Ball is always on SportsCenter. Yet Nikola is making these crazy passes and they're never on Bleacher Report or SportsCenter, right? And so that's why I want to make this video. I want to tribute to Nikola Jokic, and those are just my thoughts on Nikola, guys. And if you feel the same way about Nikola and you appreciate his talent and it's entertaining for you to watch him, make sure to leave that in the comments below. And that's gonna do it for this video. So make sure to hit the subscribe button. Leave a like and leave your thoughts down in the comments below, and click here to watch whether James Harden will be traded to the Philadelphia 76ers or not. And aside from that, See you next time, kids.